In today's session, we will discuss about the pre-images and post-images in a plugin. Okay, so
Okay.
images are the snapshot of the entity attributes. Okay, so before and after the core system operation is performed. So, for example, you have creating you are updating one record. Okay, whatever the values is there on the database currently. Okay, so for example, on account entity you updated some account number. Okay, so that field it will be in the in your plugin target, but you want to compare with the old value what is there in the earlier through the code. Okay, so at the time you have to retrieve the data from the database. Okay, instead of retrieving the data from the database, you can use the simply images concept. Okay, so what are the value is there in the database, so that value for retrieving that, so earlier we will use the retrieve statement. Okay, so now we can use the images concept. Okay, so the images are the snapshots of the entities attributes, so before and after the core system performing. Okay, so here the snapshots of the attributes in the database, what are the values is there in the for the database, so that one we can get it through. Okay, so the following table shows the when the event pipeline in a different images. So for create operation, it's a pre-stage, so the pre-images is won't available. Pre and post for create operation, so the pre-images it won't available, so because, so here record itself it is not created in database, so you are the pre-image means that means you are retrieving the what is the value is there in database, so that is the reason the pre-image it won't support for the create operation. Okay, so and post image after record is saved in database, so here pre operation pre stage, in a post operation pre stage, so it won't work, but post operation it will work. Okay, so here in the update scenario, so it will you can able to get it the pre image, but the pre in a post image it won't support the pre update. Okay, so next one, delete statement. So pre is in our pre image it will available, and post image it won't available, so because the post image, so on the delete operation it won't support. Okay, so basically it's a simplify, so for create operation pre images it won't support, for post operation for delete operation the post images it won't support. Okay, so here why reason is very simple, so for create operation you are trying to retrieve the values from database. Okay, so the record itself it won't created at the time in database, so that is the reason you are not able to retrieve the data, so that is the reason the pre-image it won't support for create operation. So here post image it won't support for the delete operation, so because you are deleting in a data, so you are trying to retrieve those record, so it won't support. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, so in the what is the benefits of using the pre-images like images. Okay, so one of the best uses for this one update in update plugins, so whenever you are using the update plugin you can able to use this one is the we can use the images. So as mentioned before, the update plugin the target entity only contains the updated attributes. Okay, so however after the plugin will require the information from other attributes as well, so instead of retrieving the instead of retrieving, the best practice is to push the required data in an image. instead of. Okay, so the comparison of the data before and after. Okay, so where for example you want to, what is the data is there in before, what is the data is there in now, you want to compare. Okay, so at the time these images it will helpful to us. Okay, so that is a use of the images in a theoretically. So we can go with the one simple scenario. Okay, so the simple scenario is, so on update of, okay, on update of email address, on contact, okay, on contact entity, you need to verify either email is really modified or not, or you want to verify that email id what is there in earlier, now what is there. Okay, so instead of that one also, so here instead of email address I can take it the job title. Okay, okay, so an update of job title field on a contact entity, so you need to, so we need to verify the data, or we need to compare with the world value, compare with world values, world value. Okay, so that is a simple scenario. So on update of a job title on a contact entity, we need to verify with the world value in job title field. Okay, so this is a simple plugin. Okay, so here I will use the pre-images in this scenario. Okay, so first thing we need to write the code. Okay, just I'm modifying the existing code here. So here I'm adding one more class in this library. So for contact, okay, so contact update. Okay, so one more class I have added. So here in the same thing, it should be public. Okay, so here we need to include the I plugin. Okay, so the next statement, public void execute okay I service provider service provider So just I'm copying from here these statements. So this everything is same up to here. Okay. Okay, so now this basic structure is completed. So here I want to retrieve the context. So the here context is already be retrieved. So context dot, okay. So context dot message name. So the statement we need to check it here like a update. So like we are checking the it should be an update statement only. So like this plugin it is checking on which message we are checking. Okay. So every time it should be we need to convert in a one case. Okay. So next statement we need to retrieve the target. So this target how we can retrieve? So here entity. Okay. So entity here like I am retrieving the contact. Okay. So this one is a target. So here context dot. So input parameters. So here we need to give the key is a target as entity. Okay, so it will use the target entity, contact entity it will give. So here we need to retrieve the pre-image also. Here entity again. So here pre-image. Okay, so just I'm taking the variable like a pre-image contact entity. Okay, so here we have a statement like a context. Okay, so context dot. Okay, so if you are using the pre-images we will use the pre-images, and here we have to give the alias entity name. Like when you are registering this one we have to give the one key, so that key name and this key name it should be same. Okay. Okay, so now I have the whatever the now they whatever the values they updated it will comes to me this variable. So whatever the earlier values, okay, so it will comes to here. So now if I want to compare the job title for old value and new value. Okay, so if okay, so I'm checking like a contact. Okay, so contact dot attribute. Okay, dot job title. Okay, so dot toString. Okay, so equal to attributes dot job title. Okay, so here I'm checking dot to string. So here the earlier value and new value if it is the same. Okay, so just I'm returning, I'm not doing anything. Okay, so if the earlier value and new value is in a else case, so if it is okay in else if, okay, so if the okay, so old value and new value if it is not equal to same, okay, so I am updating one more field here. So if the old value and new value is not same, okay, so update to the, so just I am updating some value, okay, so here I can throw the, so if it is both same, okay, so just I am throwing a some exception, okay, the validation is failed, so throw new plugin, so invalid plugin exception, okay, so the job title is not changed, so it will use the error to the user, okay, so if it is changed, so we are allowing to update, okay, so this is a simple scenario. So if the job title is the same, okay, so whatever the old value and new value, if it is the same, okay, so it will throw the error, okay, so if it is not equal to same, okay, so I'm throwing some alert message. So if from the plugin you want to throw some exception to the user, so this validation is got failed, so here we can we have to use the plugin invalid exception, the value, the job title is changed, okay, just I am throwing some error, okay, so this is my code I have done, okay, simple example. So I am comparing the old value and new value, okay, so the namespace is something it is not defined, okay, so now it is build succeeded. So again we can go to the plugin registration tool, in the tools to go to the plugin, okay, so here create, okay, so just I'm logging to my organization, So here this assembly is already exist, just I'm updating. Okay, so it is built today 9:47, just now it is built, so just I'm updating. So here we can see the new class. So there is one class for account. So second one I have updated this here. So that is for contact entity. Okay. So just I'm updating. Okay. So it is updated. So if you go to the, if you refresh the here, the assembly, you can able to see the one more class here. Okay. So here we can able to see one more class. So whatever we written this contact update class. So here I am first creating the registering this step. Okay. So register the new step. I am registering. So we write the code for contact entity. So the message we are written for update. Okay. So here I am returning. So next one here it should be a contact entity, primary entity. So contact, and secondary entity it's none. Okay, so here filtering attributes, if it is required we can put it, or else we can leave it. Okay, so here I am resting on a pre-operation. So because my pre-image it will work on a pre-operation only. Okay, so pre-operation or post-operation it will work. So next I am registering the step. Okay, so here again on this step, if you right click and see here register the image. So this register the image. Here we can see the, here three images we can see. Okay, so here images we have to register it. So this name, whatever the name we have given here, like here we are using what are the name. So this same name you should give in a, while registering the image. Okay, so next here, so what are the variables is needed for you in this image, so that those fields only it will come. So here by default I am selecting all. Okay, so next register, click on the register. Okay, so my image is got registered. So this is my new class on a account on contact entity. So here this one. Okay, so if you see the plugin, so my code is what is showing. So if it is job title is changed the value with the, like what are the value it is having. So I am updating with the same value or a new value. So it will be throw some error. Okay, so if I go to the contacts, okay, so I am creating a new contact, so my plugin it won't trigger. Okay, so here just I am giving a images testing. Okay, So here I'm job title I'm giving. Okay, so software, some job title I have given. Okay, so if I click on save, okay, it is saved. So next I am trying to update this one. Okay, so here I put the one. Okay, so in the background if I click on a save, so my plugin it will throw some error. So here this job title is changed, correct? So we changed the job title value. So the value is changed. So that is the reason my plugin code. If you see my plugin code, so in the target the job title and here this one in the previous value. Okay, so it's not equal. What is in a database value and here if the both the values are not equal, that is the reason it's coming. It's showing this error message. Okay, plan okay. So just I am changing to whole value. So if I click on a save, so if the value is not changed, so by default, so here it won't trigger. So whatever we written that code, so might be it won't. So the system it won't trigger. Okay, so here the job title value is changed. Okay, so here like that we can retrieve the what is the new value and what old value for that field. We can check it here. Okay, so like that we can do some validations. Like a post image updation, we can do it like that. We can create the image here. Okay, so next here we need to update our assembly again with our latest updated code. So it is got updated. So now if I go to here, if I update this same thing, so it is got updated. It is got updated. So here our plugin it is got triggered. Okay, so whatever we are checking in the code. Okay, so it is always whatever in the target, here it will use the what is the value in the database. Okay, so it is a after operation, because ideally it will be a same. Okay, so if I put it here equal statement, so is the same value, job title is the same. Job title, okay, so just I'm giving a target and okay, so target and post image value are same. Okay, so again I'm updating this assembly. So it's got updated. So here I'm giving, okay, so and I'm saving this one. Okay, so here the target value and post image value for job title is the same. Okay, so what are the value we entered? So the same value is saved in database, and when you are using the post image, what is the value in the database? It is give the same value in the post image. So that is the reason both the values are same. Okay, so that is the use of the pre images and post images in a MS So the basic idea, without using any retrieve statement, we can, by doing some configuration, we can able to get the value database snap entity snapshot. We can get it. Okay.